Have you ever stood at the start of a workout and wondered, am I being tough by pushing through this? Or maybe I'm being stubborn. Or maybe you've stood at the start of a race after months of training and had to ask yourself whether starting was actually the smartest decision. Welcome to Coach Erin Says, the triathlon podcast for busy athletes who want to train smarter, race stronger, and enjoy the journey. I'm Coach Erin Byrge from Goals Multisport Coaching. Today's episode came from one of my athletes, Keith. He was supposed to race, but a few days before he came down with a cold. He had trained, he had prepared, and he had paid the entry fee, and then had to make one of the hardest decisions athletes ever face. Should I race anyway? Today really isn't about Keith. It's about every athlete who's ever wondered, when should I push through and when should I back off? Today, I'm going to give you a simple traffic light system that I use with athletes to make sure they make the smart decision. It is so hard to make the decision to not do a workout or especially not to do a race because we celebrate toughness. As endurance athletes, we are all about grit. We're all about grind. Sometimes we forget to give ourselves grace. So we've kind of taught ourselves to never quit, push through the pain. Certainly, you've heard no pain, no gain. And those are good qualities for an endurance athlete until they aren't. The hardest decision isn't always finishing the workout. Sometimes it's deciding not to start it. So, how do we know the difference? Using the three light system, let's start with green. Green means train. Times that you should go ahead and train, even though you might feel like you don't want to do the workout, is when you're just not feeling motivated, or maybe you're tired from work, or you didn't sleep perfectly. Maybe your legs are sore, the weather isn't great, it's been a busy day, you'd rather binge your favorite Netflix show. All of these don't necessarily mean you should skip. Sometimes the hardest part is simply getting your shoes on. So when you have one of these green light situations, make yourself a deal that you'll at least start. Doesn't mean you have to finish the workout, but a lot of times when we get our shoes on, we get out the door and we start the workout, we end up finishing anyway. Not feeling like training is different than not being able to train. Next up is yellow. Yellow means slow down and evaluate. So examples for these are when you have actual poor sleep, you've had elevated stress, whether it's life stress, training stress, health stress, you're feeling super run down, you have minor soreness, mild symptoms of a cold or other illness, or easy pacings feeling really unusually hard. This is the time to modify the workout, working with a coach to help you decide what portions of a workout can be reduced or perhaps even taken out of the plan. You would modify, not completely stop. Maybe you're going to shorten things. Maybe you're going to switch a workout. Maybe you're just going to warm up. The plan can be adjusted. Your goals don't have to change. Next, we have the red light. Red light means stop. If you have a fever, if you have chest congestion, especially if there's a cough, if you have dizziness, sharp pain, difficulty breathing, symptoms are getting worse, this is when you should not do the workout or the race. This is where Keith was. He had trained, he wanted to race. It was a really cool race, one of those 5 by super sprints happening up in Virginia. And we'd really worked hard on a good strategy to get him through that race feeling great. He was so disappointed. But racing sick wasn't going to make him tougher. It wasn't going to prove anything, and it was likely going to make him sicker. So sometimes the strongest race decision or workout decision is not starting. After the decision's been made to either not do the workout or not do the race, the next question that I get most often is, should I make up that workout? And the answer is no. Most of the time, you are not going to make up a workout. We don't need to double up. We don't need to cram. We're not punishing ourselves. Consistency is what matters more. So when you are in a situation that you've had a yellow light and you've modified, or a red light and you've totally not started, Don't come back thinking you need to make up. The training plan is a guide, not a debt collector. Remember that your fitness isn't built just from one workout. It's fit from building consistency and hitting workout after workout. So if you miss something on Tuesday, you're not trying to make it up on Thursday, because Thursday, Friday, Saturday consistently is going to make up for missing Tuesday. One missed workout almost never matters. One missed race doesn't erase months and months of work. Trying to force it can cost weeks. Consistency wins. If you remember one thing from today's episode, let it be this: the goal isn't to complete every workout no matter what. The goal is to make smart decisions that keep you training consistently for months and years. Sometimes grit means pushing through discomfort, but sometimes wisdom means backing off. Learning the difference is one of the biggest skills an endurance athlete can develop, and it's definitely something you can work with your coach with. If you have a triathlon question you'd like me to answer on a future episode, just reply to my newsletter or send me a message. Your question might become the next episode of Coach Erin Says. If you'd like a free triathlon training plan built around your fitness, schedule, and race goals, head over to 3goalsmultisport.com/free plan. Until next time, train with grit, give yourself grace, keep chasing your goals, and go make yourself proud.